I'm going to show you the only step-by-step guide that you will ever need to onboard any type of client. This guide is just so stupid simple that anyone can follow it. It literally takes 6 steps and 3 minutes to explain. So if you're struggling with onboarding your new clients or communicating with them or any type of fulfillment issue that you might have, I'm here to show you what you can do to combat this. So let's go. So onboarding in terms of a framework is very simple. It requires a couple of steps. Like I said, 6 steps. So a well-structured process needs to be set in place when you sign a client. You cannot have any randomness that go into it. You need to structure it step by step. And here I'm about to show you why this is so crucial and why this works super well. So step 1 that you need to do is just a welcome, an introduction. Perhaps you're already doing this to some certain degree, but this is very important. If you're not doing this, maybe you are, but not in terms of the right quality. So you need to always send them a personalized welcome email. This is very important. After they have signed with you, provide a clear breakdown on what to expect next in this email, and then share access to all and any type of relevant information that you might need to work with them, right? Assign a dedicated account manager or point of contact. So maybe your team is small, that could be you. That's absolutely fine. Just let them know like, hey, you can contact me. I'm going to be your point of contact from moving forward. So there's no confusion, right? Step 1, super simple. Introduction, right? Makes sense. Moving on. Step 2 is the initial documents and agreements, right? So you need to send them a formal agreement. I recommend to use eSignatures.com. I don't have any affiliations with them. It's just something I use personally that I like. It costs about 50 cents to send one agreement. Provide access to the invoices and payment processing. Just if using Stripe, send them a Stripe portal link. Collect essential client details through a structured intake form. So if you don't have one, I'm here to give you one for free. You can just download this. I'm going to give you the link in the bottom of the description below. So you're going to have access to the onboarding form that we use. It's very simple. We just ask a couple of questions. I'm not going to go super in depth on all the questions. If you want to, you can also just pause the video right here. I'm going to go through all the questions. You can copy and take it. I really don't mind. Again, this is not confidential. This is not super anything crazy. Basically, you got to ask them like, hey, what are your company details? Who is it that you help? Who is your ICP? List them performance wise in terms of like, let's say this is a lead gen type of role. What were successful previous campaigns, right? Like, or the best question I usually ask is, can you please provide all the leads that you have previously had contact with, but they have not closed for some reason? So they were interested at some point, but not. And you just basically reactivate them and get their money right away. So that's super simple. Step 2, just basically first onboard in terms of welcome, documents, and get everything just settled onboarding portal wise. So now is the kickoff call. This is where you have a formal kickoff call, just summarizing basically everything and letting them know the next steps, right? So they're not kept in the dark. This is going to take probably 1 hour, maybe a little bit more. Sometimes it takes less. Usually it's around that mark. 45 hours within the contract completion, so there's no time wasted, right? So usually that's what I recommend. Again, set the agenda and just outline the next steps basically. 4 is just going to be about account and tool setup. This is going to be something that anyone can basically relate to. Doesn't matter what kind of software, doesn't matter what kind of system, doesn't matter what kind of product you're selling. So grant access to the necessary tools for the client access, right? So it could be you're doing lead gen, you send them a Calendly access. Could be that you're doing SaaS, right? So you send them a dashboard access, right? So gotta make sure you integrate their accounts with automation tools as well. If this is relevant, for example, lead gen, definitely relevant to let them know about positive replies, let them know about positive calls. So ensure the tracking and everything is just correctly configured. If you have any kind of tracking sheets, just feel free to include that here as well. Next, step 5 is the expectations and alignment. I think this is the most crucial part. If you discuss the success plan, set client goals, clear expectations, KPIs, and successful benchmarks, you're gonna have such an easy time with the client. And I know a lot of people are just opposed to this because it's harder to sign a client, this way, right? If you have clear expectations. But that's sort of the thing you have to do and decide is, do I want to work with someone that I can guarantee get good results for, or do I want to sign anyone, right, and have problems managing those people? Now that's for you to decide. So just make sure you outline the project milestones. This is what I recommend. This is what I do with my clients. Establish regular communication touch points, weekly check-ins, monthly reviews. So for example, for our lead gen campaigns, what we do is we basically send them a memo each Saturday containing what had happened that week in terms of outreach, how many positive replies we have gathered, and how many book calls had we had, right? Super simple, super easy, just clear communication just to avoid any kind of unnecessary pitfalls, right? Finally, step 6 is first deliverables and reporting access. So provide the first deliverable. Examples could be campaign setup, content strategy, initial audit, gain access to the reporting dashboard for tracking. This is a little bit more in terms of fulfillment. This could be a wide range of examples. This is just something I have listed. But in terms of clear onboarding, make sure you welcome them properly. Make sure you sign an agreement. Make sure there's a kickoff call. Make sure you have clear expectations. Set up their automations. Give them access to any necessary tools. And then finally, again, just do the reporting and just follow along. And this is it. So if you follow these 6 simple steps, you're not going to have any issues onboarding any client ever. Again, if you need my onboarding questionnaire, it's in the description below. So I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.